Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from the Atlantic Wrestling Federation. The AWF has been on a tour of the Southeastern Conference in 2024. Tonight finds us in Lexington, Kentucky at the Rupp Arena. And already Neil Lau and Frank Wainscott are in the building. Welcome, gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. We have a big show tonight with the main event for the Atlantic Tag Team Championship as the Midnight Express will defend against Eddie and Chavo Guerrero as we welcome Bear805 into the chat room. Also tonight, a number one contenders match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship as the local favorite BOBO Brazil AWF champion takes on Terry Funk for the right to challenge for the World Championship. Hello to you, Derek Bauman, and welcome. Also tonight, we'll have grudge action between Roderick Strong and Mike Rotunda. And to open the show, we will have a singles match. Mighty Mo joining us here in the chat room. So lots of great representation showing up here in the Dave Cave. Welcome one and all. Frank, if you're still hanging around, it was a little bit of a disappointment this week. I visited Southwest Ohio, and the Reds game that we had intended to see was rained out. That was a heartbreaker. Did get a chance to trip over to Columbus and check out my favorite music group, Home Free, live and in concert in Newark, Ohio, just outside of Columbus. And I did get to enjoy some Skyline chili while I was in town. So two of my three goals were accomplished, and unfortunately we'll have to catch the Reds another time. All right. Introducing our opening match for tonight. Did not have the chance to get the dark matches done, but dark matches will include Tony Atlas versus the One Man Gang, Mr. Wrestling 1 and Mr. Wrestling 2 against Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito, and the debut of the tag team, the Golden Lovers, here in AWF, as Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi will take on Kevin Sullivan and Cactus Jack. So, looking forward to getting those dark matches in later on this evening, but we're here today for the live broadcast. And our opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This is a qualifying match for the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. The winner of this will earn a number one contenders match. Introducing first, he stands at 6'5", weighs 289 pounds. Out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, this is Terry Gordy. And his opponent comes from Humboldt, Iowa. 5'11", 208 pounds. Say hello to Mr. Frank GOTCH. So GOTCH versus Gordy, battle of contrasting styles here to open the show tonight. As the fans continue to stream in, Mighty Mo, Jay Randis, and Salvador America. Neil got some cards from Carl Friday. Neil, tell me what cards those were. I'm not sure if I'm still expecting something or if I forgot to order something. In any event, here we go. As GOTCH and Gordy are set to square off in tonight's opening matchup. And the opening initiative role is won by Terry Gordy, the big man. As they come together in the center of the ring, it's Gordy with a waistlock takedown. Got his man down, and Gordy tries a knee lift, but GOTCH is able to get away from the knee lift, and GOTCH takes over control. And it is GOTCH going to attempt a moonsault on a roll of 7 or lower, choice C maneuver, and GOTCH hits that moonsault. He got all of that one. He's going to go for a quick cover. Pinroll here will be Snake Eyes. And oh, he got him! Just like that. Frank GOTCH on a roll of Snake Eyes pins Terry Gordy. Flash pin on Terry Gordy. What the heck happened to that? I have got a flash pin chart here in my little bag of tricks. That was a win by the babyface. And on a roll of 4, the heel is distracted by an outside event. The babyface takes advantage for the win. So something at ringside distracted Terry Gordy, and he fell prey to the victory as Frank Gotch, with a moonsault, gets the pinfall victory over Terry Bam Bam Gordy. And it will be Gotch moving on to battle George Tragos for a shot at the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. What a fascinating turn of events that was. How many charts did I have lost track, to be quite honest, of the number of charts I have. I've got them all in a OneNote. In fact, let me see if I can build a scene with, let's see. Tell me if you all can see my my screen now, if you can see my OneNote. It's hard for me to do this in the background without a scene, but can you all see my OneNote? And if you can, yeah, okay, it looks like you've got the screen here and the OneNote. So these are my my charts that I have. A pre-match mayhem chart with what I do when the opening match roll is tied. Here's some outside activities. If I need something to spice up a match, I can declare that the winner gets a mid-card title shot. I can do some shenanigans with a valet or a manager or a tag team, new alliances, a new feud, an injury check, or a heat check. I have referenced a couple of times this tag team interference chart. I don't really like the outside interference chart, which stipulates that the interference is from the outside. A lot of times a tag team partner can do stuff and not risk disqualification. So the tag team interference chart is what I use there. And then the flash pin chart is what we just used. And as you can see on a roll of 4, the heel is distracted by an outside event. The babyface takes advantage for the win. So we'll have to come up with a storyline to pick up on that later. I also have an injury table that I roll on in the event of an injury taking place, and what type of injury that might be. Some stuff that can happen with a disqualification. And so that is my disqualification. That is my set of tables that I have available in the background. So now let us go back to the tabletop and we'll get back to action. And let's see, we got a few more things happening. Dave Gardner is here. Welcome, Dave. Cleveland baseball fan 879. Welcome to you, my good buddy. Ken West, good to see you here. And yeah, some new faces in the chat room as we get ready for our next matchup. But before we do, special announcement from Frank Wainscott. My nephew Gary Traub is being inducted into the Sycamore Hall of Fame for football and wrestling. The ceremony is at the Montgomery Inn. Hope you get to chow down on some Montgomery Inn ribs, the best in the world. All right, so now the following contest is scheduled for one fall to a finish. No time limit and no disqualification. This is a grudge match. And this stemmed from an incident that occurred just 10 days ago in Mississippi, as the team of Mike Rotunda and Dan Spivey took on the newly debuting team of the Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. And that match ended on a distraction when Roderick Strong came to ringside, not as a participant, but as a distraction, and that caused Mike Rotunda to get pinned. And so now we have this grudge match happening here tonight in Lexington. Introducing first, he stands at 5'10", weighs 200 pounds from Tampa, Florida. This is Roderick Strong. And his tag team, and his opponent, standing at 6'1", weighing 238 pounds, out of Syracuse, New York. This is Mike Rotunda. And if you think about it, a lot of similarities between these two men from different eras. Both are great athletes and great technical wrestlers that also did not have the most dynamic of personalities, but could function effectively either in the heel or the babyface role. So this could be an interesting matchup, as Rotunda wrestling with Dan Spivey as the Varsity Club as babyfaces, and Roderick Strong tagging along with the Kingdom as a heel. And we are ready for action here tonight in our grudge match. So here we go. The opening initiative roll is won by Mike Rotunda. And he comes out with a side headlock takeover, taking Roderick Strong down to the mat. Rotunda follows that up with a whip to the ropes. As Strong gets to his feet, off the ropes comes Roderick Strong. And on a roll of 7, that's a big back body drop by Mike Rotunda that takes Strong down to the canvas. Rotunda's on him with an elbow to the head. And oh, that stunned Roderick Strong. He is down. What's Rotunda going to do here? He is going to go up for a death jump. Rotunda with the agility advantage in this match. Both men even on the power. And on a death jump roll of 4, that is bad news for Mike Rotunda as he goes up to the top. Roderick Strong first to his feet, recovers, and throws Rotunda down to the canvas hard. Strong now going for the stronghold. That's a finisher. That's a +1 submission. The submission roll here 4 or lower. And on a roll of 10, Rotunda able to kick out. Strong maintains control, and now it is Strong who's going to go up for the death jump. Death jump attempt by Roderick Strong, and on a roll of 5, this time it's Rotunda who caught him. Rotunda caught him, tossed him down to the canvas hard, and Strong is down. Rotunda coming in with a drop kick. Didn't get all of that one, but got enough to stun Roderick Strong, and now Rotunda is coming back with an attempt at a big body slam. This is a choice F maneuver, choice F. He will need 7 or lower to hit the big body slam, and on a roll of 4, he slams Strong down to the canvas hard. Rotunda still in control as he comes in, and as Strong gets to his feet, Rotunda nails him with a standing drop kick. Very athletic move by the Syracuse University graduate. Rotunda follows that up with an elbow to the head. Strong is still on the receiving end of a beating here. Rotunda's going to go for another body slam, choice F, and this time it is Roderick Strong who is able to power his way out of the body slam, and Strong rolls Rotunda over into a cloverleaf. Painful submission type hold there. Rotunda quickly able to get over to the bottom rope and force the break. As Strong follows that up with a Gibson driver down hard to the mat. And Strong is in control here as Rotunda is down. Strong follows that up with Death by Roderick. Not sure I remember what Death by Roderick is, but that stuns Mike Rotunda. Strong maintains control, and now it is Roderick Strong with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Rotunda, and oh, it is Rotunda who bounces forward off the turnbuckle and nails Roderick Strong with a skull-splitting running lariat, and Strong goes down hard. Strong goes down. Rotunda now in control. Rotunda going with a big elbow drop. Rotunda going to follow that up with a standing drop kick. Strong is stunned again, trying to get to his feet, but Rotunda drops another elbow on him, and Strong remains down on the canvas. Another elbow drop, and now it is Rotunda going for the pin. The pin roll here is Snake Eyes, and on a roll of 6, it is Strong who is able to kick out. And the match continues with Rotunda going up now for another death jump. This has been a failure for both men, but this time on a roll of 7, it is Rotunda coming off with a missile drop kick that stuns Roderick Strong. Strong is down, Rotunda in control. Rotunda with a big atomic drop. He's going to go for another cover. The pin roll here is 3, and on a roll of 10, Strong able to kick out. Roderick Strong now has eaten 2 points of fatigue. Rotunda stays on him. He's going up for another death jump. And another, let's see, on a roll of 9, on a death jump B, that is a flying clothesline off the top rope that nails Roderick Strong, putting him back down onto the canvas. And now a drop kick delivered by Mike Rotunda. Strong slow to get to his feet. Rotunda going for another big body slam. And this time he gets him down again with another big body slam. And Strong slowly trying to get up to one knee as Rotunda drops a leg. Oh, Strong rolls out of the way of the leg drop. And it is Strong now with the reversal, taking over on offense with a half Nelson, trying to get him up for a backbreaker. But Strong, still a little gassed from the beating that he has taken, is unable to execute the backbreaker. And now it is Rotunda with a high hip toss, breaking out of that. Both men down, both men scrambling to their feet. And as they come together in the center of the ring, it is Roderick Strong with a thumb to the eye that just staggers Mike Rotunda. Strong getting the boos here in Lexington, but that was an effective thumb to the eye. And now he's going to try again that half Nelson backbreaker. Still can't get him over as Rotunda comes back this time with an arm drag that takes Strong down to the canvas. Rotunda breaking for just a moment to check on that eye. But Strong is down and Rotunda's on him, and Rotunda is going to go up again for yet another jump, yet another death jump. But this time on a roll of 4, Rotunda too slow. Had a misstep going up to the top turnbuckle. Roderick Strong throws Rotunda down to the canvas. And it is Roderick Strong now in control. End of heartache. And Strong goes for the pin. The pin roll here is 4 or lower. And on a roll of 3, he got it. So Roderick Strong, by virtue of a thumb to the eye, followed by the end of heartache, is able to get the victory over Mike Rotunda in this death match. Or, excuse me, in this grudge match. So congratulations to Roderick Strong for the victory as he makes his presence known here in the AWF. Strong celebrating as his mates Matt Taven and Mike Bennett come to ringside. Rotunda rolling out of the ring, still asking the referee to check on that eye where Strong got him with a thumb to the eye. And that was the turning point in that match that ended the night in defeat for Mike Rotunda. All right, we're halfway through the show. Frank Wainscott relating the story of Mike Rotunda dating Wyndham's sister behind Blackjack's back. Google it. It is a hoot. Yeah, I knew that there was the connection there. I did not know the backstory, and that would be fun to take a look at. So thank you, Frank, for that recommendation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect for this one. This is a number 1 contenders match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The winner of this bout will get a match against Ric Flair for the World Heavyweight Championship. So because this is a match with championship implications, disqualification rules will be in effect, and both men will be forced to be on their best behavior. Introducing first from Amarillo, Texas, and the Double Cross Ranch. Standing at 6'1", weighing 247 pounds, this is Terry Funk. And his opponent is your current reigning Atlantic Heavyweight Champion. Standing at 6'4", weighing 280 pounds, from Benton Harbor, Michigan. This is Bobo Brazil. So Bobo Brazil getting a wildly popular welcome here in the Southeast. as he comes on to take on Terry Funk for a shot at the gold. We'll go ahead and use championship dice for this matchup, and as they come together in the center of the ring, the opening initiative roll is won by Terry Funk, and Funk comes right out with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Bobo Brazil, and on a roll of 7, that's a running back elbow from Terry Funk that stuns Bobo Brazil. And Terry now spins him around and drops him down with a neck breaker. And Bobo Brazil hits the mat hard and immediately rolls out of the ring. Out of the ring we go with Bobo Brazil. Both these men A-rated performers on the arena floor. But on a roll of 10, that is a win for Terry Funk by way of a foreign object. Terry Funk going right to the foreign object right off the bat here with a baseball bat. I don't know where Terry Funk had that baseball bat hidden. He may get disqualified for that on a roll of 5 or lower, but the referee's going to let him fight. And Terry Funk now has control, and he is going to go for a pile driver. That's a 0 finisher. The pin roll only a 1, so we'll not need to roll that. But Bobo absorbs the first point of fatigue after that pile driver by Terry Funk, and Funk is now in control. And Funk is now going to go up for a death jump. Funk with the agility advantage in this match. Bobo, of course, with the power advantage. And on the death jump roll of 8, it is Terry Funk coming off the top turnbuckle with a double axe handle blow to the head of Bobo Brazil. And Bobo is down. Funk now going to go back for a second death jump, going for 2 in a row. And this time on a roll of 5, Bobo caught him. Bobo caught Funk trying to go up again, and Bobo throws Terry Funk down to the mat hard. Bobo now in control, and he nails Terry Funk with the cocoa butt. That's the 0 finisher. Pin roll here is 2, and on a roll of 8, Terry Funk able to survive. But he was stunned and staggered by that as Bobo takes control, and Bobo now is going to take the match out to the arena floor. This is danger zone for both men. And on a roll of 2, it is Terry Funk who wins the battle on the arena floor. And Irish whips Bobo Brazil into the ring steps. Bobo crashes hard into the ring steps. Terry Funk now in control. And it is Terry Funk now going to go for his spinning toe hold. That's his primary finisher. It's a +1. The submission roll here, 3 or lower. And on a roll of 5, Bobo able to make it to the bottom rope and force the hold to be broken. Funk now in control. And Funk now going for the sleeper. Sleeper hold applied as Bobo tries to get to his feet. Terry Funk takes him back down to the canvas with a sleeper. Bobo fighting to stay in this match. The referee lifts the arm and the arm stays up. So Bobo able to continue, but Terry Funk now is going to pitch Bobo out of the ring and down to the arena floor once again. And on a roll of 7, that is the best wrestler wins roll. And in this case, that goes to the wrestler on offense in the event of a tie. Terry Funk again wins the brawl on the arena floor. And this time hits Bobo Brazil with a lariat that takes him over the security railing and down to the arena floor in the crowd now. Bobo Brazil has endured some punishment on the arena floor. Funk's got him set up now, and as they come back into the ring, it is Funk with those quick jabs, lefts and rights. And Bobo blocks the quick jab, and Bobo fires back, grabbing Funk and whipping him to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Terry Funk, and on a roll of 6, it is Funk who grabs the arm of Bobo and whips him around the other way. And on a roll of 11, it is both men coming off the turnbuckle with big specialty moves. And the advantage goes to the wrestler with the better turnbuckle rating. That is Bobo Brazil. He is an A-rated performer at the turnbuckle. So Terry Funk goes down. Bobo Brazil in control. Bobo with another cocoa butt and another cover. The pin roll here is 3. And on a roll of 5, Terry Funk able to kick out. Terry Funk able to kick out here as Bobo and Funk continue to battle. And now Bobo hits the cocoa butt yet again. Pin roll here is 4. And on a roll of 7, it is Funk again kicking out. And that is 3 fatigue tokens for Terry Funk. And that means we're going to witness some shenanigans here as out to ringside comes none other than Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart coming out to ringside. Funk had wanted to contest this match on his own, but with 3 points of fatigue, here comes Jimmy Hart. And on a roll of 6, it is Hart distracting the referee, giving Funk time to recover. Hart's wrestler grabs the megaphone and attacks the opponent. Roll DQ of 6. There's one roll, and on 6 or lower, we're going to have a DQ here, and there it is. Terry Funk disqualified after using that megaphone on Bobo Brazil. So Bobo Brazil is your winner, and we'll move on to the heavyweight championship match. But we got to see if there's any more shenanigans coming out of this disqualification. And on a roll of 5, we're going to a post-match brawl between Funk and Brazil. The brawl is going to continue as we go to a gut check roll. Bobo Brazil has a 1-point advantage on the gut check roll by virtue of 1 fewer tokens of fatigue. But with Jimmy Hart at ringside, we'll call it even, as Hart can give some additional instructions. And it is Terry Funk who wins the gut check roll. He wins it by 2 points, so that is not a severe beatdown, but that is going to be Funk taking a piece out of Bobo Brazil with a steel chair. And so we're going to have a grudge match between these two somewhere down the line. But wrestlers from the back, this is home turf for Bobo Brazil. So out from the back comes Tony Atlas. Out from the back comes Wahoo McDaniel and other folks coming to kind of save the day for Bobo Brazil before Terry Funk can do any real damage with that steel chair. So Bobo not too happy about the actions of Terry Funk in that steel chair. He is happy, however, about the opportunity to go to the pay-per-view and face off against Ric Flair for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. That pay-per-view broadcast will take place possibly 2 weeks from today. Not sure about that. It is Heartland Havoc 121, The Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone pay-per-view. The April 27th is also the day that Keith Avalone from Play.com is going to be in Milwaukee hosting a day-long Play.com event, which I plan to attend, and I don't know if I'll get back to Madison in time to broadcast a pay-per-view or how late that event is scheduled to run. But you only get so many chances to hang out with the fine people of Play.com, and April 27th is my next opportunity to do so, and I am looking forward to it. All right, so Bobo Brazil is your winner by disqualification. He does take a steel chair shot from Terry Funk before being rescued by some allies. And it will be Bobo versus Funk in a grudge match down the line. But not until Bobo gets his title match at the Twilight Zone pay-per-view. All right, and with that, fans, it is now time for your main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This is a tag team match, and it is for the Atlantic Tag Team Championship. As we get things set up here at ringside. Introducing first the challengers. From El Paso, Texas, at a total combined weight of 438 pounds, this is Chavo Guerrero Jr. and his tag team partner, Eddie Guerrero. So the Guerrero family coming to ringside and coming down to the aisle, much to the cheers of the fans here in Lexington, Kentucky, as they prepare to battle for the championship. But it will be an uphill road for this team, as they are facing your reigning and defending Atlantic Tag Team Champions, accompanied to the ring by James E. Cornette, at a total combined weight of 458 pounds. Collectively known as the Midnight Express, it is Sweet Stan Lane and beautiful Bobby Eaton. That was some of the coolest entrance music ever, and very fitting for Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton as they take on the Guerreros for the Atlantic Tag Team Championship here in tonight's main event. Is Vicky there? I don't have a Vicky card, and I don't know that anybody has ever produced a Vicky Guerrero card. And she really was not part of the Guerrero tag team, and did not do that much with Eddie that I recall. She came to prominence after Eddie passed away, and you know, say what you will about Vince McMahon, but Vince you know, gave Vicky the opportunity to you know, stay in the business and support her family and continue on after the death of Eddie, and good on Vince for that. And boy, Vicky made the most of it. She turned out to be a much more entertaining character than I ever would have expected. But I've not seen a Vicky Guerrero card that would be compatible with this. In any event, we are ready for tonight's main event. It will be Stan Lane starting things off against Eddie Guerrero for the challengers. Very intriguing matchup here, as the opening initiative role is won by Stan Lane, and he comes right out with an attempt at a double arm suplex. But that's a power move, and the power advantage belongs to Eddie Guerrero. And Eddie is able to push Stan Lane down to the canvas and come back with a helo dive that stuns Stan Lane and takes him down. Stan Lane immediately down after that quick move by Eddie Guerrero. Eddie now going for the lasso from El Paso, that submission move. And he's got the submission locked in. The submission roll here is 3. And on a roll of 7, Lane is able to escape from that submission hold, but he is in trouble early on, thanks to the skilled maneuvers of Eddie Guerrero. And now it is Eddie going to go for a choice F maneuver. Choice F. This will be a running lariat that he can hit on a roll of 8 or lower. And on a roll of 8, he got him. He got all of that running lariat. And Lane remains down. Here comes Nephew Chavo coming in for the double team. And on a roll of 7, they execute a bone-crunching double clothesline on Stan Lane. And Chavo now the legal man in the ring and in control, as Chavo is going to go up for a death jump. Let's see, would he do a death jump? Lane is a death jump A, but that is certain, and the other option is an agility roll of 6 or lower. So, yeah, we'll do the death jump. Eddie, Chavo going up for the death jump. And on a roll of 10, that is the agility struggle. The agility struggle is even. So that means it is Chavo hitting the superplex on Stan Lane. Stan Lane is down, and Chavo with a chance to maintain control and do some more damage. Lane is going to pitch Lane out of the ring. Both these men B-rated performers on the arena floor, and on a roll of 8, it is Chavo winning the brawl on the arena floor and slamming the head of Stan Lane into the ring apron. So Lane stunned. Here comes Eddie, another double team coming up for the Guerreros. And on a roll of 4, it is a devastating double team move and an add 1 for Stan Lane. Lane now in big trouble here, already taken 2 points of fatigue, with Eddie in the ring and in control, looking to do some more damage. And Eddie is going to go for the 3 amigos. 1, 2, 3, up, over, and down hard to the canvas goes Stan Lane. Lane finally trying to get to his feet as Eddie is in control. Eddie with a big drop kick stuns Stan Lane. Can Lane get over and make the tag? No, he cannot. Eddie maintains control, and Eddie comes at him with another drop kick, and Lane goes down again And it is another opportunity for a Guerrero double team. And on a roll of 6, that is an awesome double neck breaker that puts Lane back down onto the canvas yet again. Jim Cornette beside himself at ringside. And it is Chavo now going for the Tornado DDT. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 5. And Lane able to kick out once again. But that's 3 tokens of fatigue. And now Jim Cornette is ready to do something about it. Jim Cornette coming into the ring and on a roll of 7. While the referee is distracted, Cornette jabs the opponent with his tennis racket. Cornette's wrestler takes over on level 3 offense. So a shot from the tennis racket by Jim Cornette has stunned Chavo Guerrero, and Stan Lane now with an opportunity to take control. And Lane is going to go for the crawling headbutt. This is a choice F maneuver, choice F. Meaning that he will require a roll of 9 or lower to hit that. And he got him with that crawling headbutt. And Chavo is stunned, and Lane is finally going to be able to tag out and let Bobby Eaton come into the ring. Eaton now seeing the ring for the first time after some wonderful double teaming by the Guerreros. Kept him on the apron. And now it is a double goozle executed by both Lane and Eaton. That is an add 1 move. And it's a pinfall opportunity as they hit the pin rating. Chavo will be pinned now on a roll of 5 or lower. And on a roll of 6, Chavo just got his leg over the bottom rope. Double damage on that one by beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan. Very good tag team maneuver. So Jim Cornette's interference pays its dividends. And Eaton now in control on Chavo. And Eaton is now going to go up for a top rope elbow. And he nails Chavo Guerrero. Didn't get all of it, but got enough to stun Chavo. Eaton still in control. And now another double goozle executed by Eaton and Lane. Puts Chavo back on the canvas. Lane now the legal man in the ring. And with 3 fatigue tokens, it's time for Eddie to do something about it. So we go back to our tag team interference chart, and on a roll of 10, it is Eaton coming back into the ring to take out Eddie. So Eddie's attempts at interference were not successful, and Lane is going to maintain control on level 3 offense. And Lane now goes for the finisher. When teaming with Bobby Eaton, that is the Dark Side tag. And on a roll of 6, that is the Gravedigger. That is a +3 finisher. So the pin roll here will be 10 or lower. Eddie's going to have to try the pin save. And on a roll of 11, that is the 4-way brawl. So the Guerreros use their last pin save. Your tag partner runs in, and so does the opponent's tag partner. A wild brawl erupts with all the wrestlers. The referee may disqualify all 4 men on a roll of 4 or lower. We'll not see the double DQ. Instead, we go odd even. On even, it will be the Guerreros winning the brawl. And on a roll of 6, it is the Guerreros who win the brawl, as Eddie is successfully able to save his partner. Chavo and Stan still the legal men in the ring, as the referee tries to take control and put Eddie and Eaton back out to the ring apron. Chavo is going to go up for a death jump while all this is going on. And on a roll of 7, that is a flying clothesline off the top rope delivered by Chavo. And Lane is down. Can Chavo make the tag? Yes, he does. Finally, Eddie comes into the ring with a chance to finish off Stan Lane. Eddie is going to go for the 3 Amigos. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 6. Can Eaton use his last pin save successfully? Yes, he can. Eaton saves Stan Lane after the 3 Amigos, and the match continues. This is a tremendous battle. Eddie now in control on Stan Lane. Lane desperate to get out. Eddie's going to go for that low blow. That's a choice F maneuver. He'll need 8 or lower to connect on the low blow. And he got all of that one, as Lane crumples to the mat after the low blow. Lane is down. Eddie is in charge. Jim Cornette is having a fit on the arena floor, as Eddie is going to go up for a death jump. And on the roll of 8, it is Eddie who hits the missile drop kick off the top rope. Lane down once again. And Lane in all kinds of trouble here. Eddie going up for another death jump. Another death jump attempt from Eddie Guerrero. But oh, this time on a roll of 4. It is Eddie coming off the top rope. But Lane caught him and rolled him over into a counter. Pull of the tights and a pin attempt. The pin roll here is 3. And on a roll of 10, it is Eddie able to kick out from that pin attempt. But Lane smartly rolled through the death jump with the help of a handful of tights and almost got the pin. Lane now in control, and Lane is going to pitch Eddie Guerrero out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Both these men B-rated performers on the arena floor. And on a roll of 9, it is Lane winning the brawl on the arena floor and slamming the head of Eddie Guerrero into the ring post. Eddie busted open there, or Eddie stunned by that. And now it's going to be a double team opportunity for the Midnights. And on a roll of 6, it is Eaton and Lane teaming up for a bone-crunching double clothesline on Eddie Guerrero. That makes Eaton now the legal man in the ring. As this match is rearing on, all the fatigue tokens and interference have been used, or excuse me, all the pin saves and outside interference opportunities have been used. It's just going to be team against team for the finish here with Eaton in charge, and Eaton going for the Alabama Jam. And he nails the Alabama Jam. He's going to go for the pin roll on Eddie. The pin roll here is 4 or lower, and on a roll of 4, he got him. How about that? Incredible matchup. Finally won by the team of Sweet Stan Lane and Beautiful Bobby Eaton. As Eaton scores the pinfall with the Alabama Jam on Eddie. Wow, that was a better match than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think the Guerreros would match up that well. Chavo actually is a 7-4 on his pin rating, so I thought the Midnights would have the distinct advantage there, but they gave the Guerreros gave the Midnights everything they could handle and then some. And if not for the timely interference of Jim Cornette with that tennis racket shot, we could have seen new Atlantic Tag Team Champions here tonight in Lexington. As it stands, your winners and still reigning Atlantic Tag Team Champions, the team of Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express, with Jim Cornette celebrating in the ring as the Guerrero brothers leave in defeat. Indeed, those two teams tore the house down, says Salvador America. Al Red Sox fan, thank you for joining. Didn't see you come in. Bear 805. Thank you to everybody for checking things out tonight. Always a good time in the Dave Cave when Heartland Championship Wrestling hits the airwaves. We will be back next week with more Heartland Championship Wrestling action. And for those of you so inclined, you can check out the channel tomorrow for another episode of My Journey with Jesus. As after further review with Steve Tower comes into the chat room in time for the post-match celebration by the Midnight Express with a very well contested and hotly contested victory over Eddie and Chavo Guerrero. So thank you all for joining us. After further review with Steve Tower, Bear 805, Salvador America, Al Red Sox fan, Frank Wayne Scott, Neil Lau, Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, Ken West, Dave Gardner. Did I get everybody? Jay Randus, Mighty Mo. Great crowd here today in the Dave Cave. Thank you all for tuning in. And once again, from the Dave Cave, this is Dave Little signing off. Thank you for tuning into Heartland Championship Wrestling. That's our stream, and I am out of here.